right. Live. Um, oh, that's a dead net. Disgusting. Um, it's been a minute. It's been like the last time I decided to stream was NXT Takeover Vengeance. It's been a minute, and um, there's been a lot of things that I've been wanting to talk about, and I wanted to get people involved, but you know,
All right, go ahead.
and yeah, but everyone's kind of been doing their own thing, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I streamed. Oh, it's three. Stream. Oh, it was 3 days ago. Really? Oof, that was longer. Anyway, there's just been. Well, Vengeance was good. I'll just say that Vengeance was amazing. Everything was good. Every match was good. I do feel bad for the women, but it is what it is. Um, let's see here. Um, people have been. There's been a lot of rumors going around. I take rumors with a grain of salt, but like, I try to like if you watch NXT and you watch Raw and you watch SmackDown, you're starting to notice something that is kind of weird. Raw and SmackDown use the same repetitive people. NXT has different types of people that float around. Like they get different people, different types of things. And you got different types of people getting their opportunities. While Raw and SmackDown, you got the same 5 people, same matches every single Raw, every single SmackDown. SmackDown is more enjoyable, but Raw, you guys need whoever writes Raw, you need to shake it up. And um, I was talking, I was talking to Tyler last night, and we were going. We were going deep into this, and it just sucks because we see our favorite people, just get either misused or awful, like awful treatment. Like his favorite Jeff Hardy. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's up there in age, but they still treat him kind of awful. Like he just shows up to lose. Like I don't think he's gotten a pinfall victory on Raw since he was drafted. And he should have stayed on SmackDown. They could have done the same thing on SmackDown, but they could have made it more interesting than him just showing up, taking an L, going to the back, basically. And it kind of sucks. And you all know my favorite is Mr. I'm going to fight a door and they'll ever show up, seems like, because they don't have anything for him, Aleister Black. And like I said, rumors are rumors, take it with a grain of salt. But apparently Meltzer said Vince don't see anything in Black or Andrade anymore. Like he doesn't want anything to do with him. And if that's the case, then Andrade still has a chance because he's engaged to Charlotte. I'm pretty sure he can just find a way back. Aleister's screwed until Triple H either gets in control or something happens dramatically, and it sucks because like as I was telling him, I'm tired of seeing my favorite wrestlers just get screwed over by my favorite company. Like my everyone, not a lot of people know, but Punk was my first favorite wrestler. Yes, he did screw himself in the end, but he did get screwed too. My second was Neville, and then we seen what happened with that. The dude was talented. He almost beat Seth on his first day. He was thrown around for a little bit. Then he came back as a monster heel. locked down the cruiserweight division, told Vince, "Hey, I want out. I want out of the cruiserweight division. I want to show my talent to the world." And they make him lose to Enzo Amore, a man who can't wrestle worth a cent of his life, which was very disrespectful to him. And I know Neville and Enzo are friends, and I think Neville really never like comment on the whole thing, but he was pretty much ticked. Like, you're tearing up the cruiserweight division. You're doing what you're supposed to, and you just want to get out and show the world what you can do. And then they make you lose to Enzo Amore. Like, that would irritate me. So he just wanted to show the world what could happen, and then he gets released. And now my new favorite wrestler, Aleister Black, you know, he was NXT champion. He was dominant. He has a very unique skill. He's very unique with his strikes. His everything about him was different, and now Vince don't see anything in him. And it's dissatisfying that, you know, Triple H, he gives these people chances. He gives all these different people, like Isaiah Swerve Scott, Leon Ruff, Johnny Gargano, all these people time. He gives them, you know, the opportunity to show what they can do. When if it was Vince, if Vince ran NXT, did it in Raw and SmackDown, NXT would be awful because he wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't see Gargano, you wouldn't see Ciampa, you wouldn't see half the guys that you see, and you see the same 5 people. You'd probably see Cole, you'd probably see Balor, maybe, but I know Vince don't see anything on Balor either. It's just a very disheartening situation when I love this business and I love watching wrestling so much, but at the same time, it's like, what do I do? Like, I was telling him, like, all my favorites get screwed, and even if they do become my favorite, they get screwed eventually. Like, as of right now, my favorite's Aleister. My second favorite was always Drew, and Drew was world champion, which I'm grateful for. But I feel like eventually, once when they get bored with Drew, he's just going to go back down that rabbit hole and lose to people he shouldn't lose to. Freaking, it's inevitable, and it's just like, what are you doing, Vince? Like, we don't want to see Brock. We don't want to see Brock Lesnar. We don't want to see Goldberg. We don't want to see, you know, all these other people. Like, Edge is fine because he's showing up. Yeah, he wasn't here on Raw or NXT, but the dude wants to work. He said he wants to work in NXT. He wants to work on SmackDown. He wants to work on Raw. The dude wants to show up and give what he can give because the dude lost so much part of his career because of that neck injury. And now that he's clear, he wants to make up for it. And it just sucks because, like, you get Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus now is getting thrown in there, which is the good thing. But, like, this rivalry with Riddle and Lashley, it needs to end in the chamber. And Riddle needs to freaking win, okay? I'm tired of seeing Lashley with a U.S. title. He's not that good. He's good, but his title reign has been awful. I want to see him go after Drew. Not win it, of course, but I want to see him go after Drew. And then, you know, do what you got to do, put over these young talents. Like, in my honest opinion, Shelton and Lashley should be tag team champions, while Cedric is U.S. champion. Cedric should be U.S. champion. And I get it, not everyone is like I said, world champion material, but, like, if you got a guy like Andrade and a guy like Aleister, what are you doing, Cat? You got, like, those two guys, and you got Champion, you got Johnny. I hate to say it, but those guys are world champion materials. All 4 of them. Even Ricochet could be a world champion material. If booked right, he could be. That's the problem with how Vince runs things. He wants the same thing as your champion to the point where it's just like, what's the point? If you look at both your champions right now, they're big, buff dudes. Look at Drew. He's like 6'5", 6'6". Roman's 6'5". Roman's built now. Freaking Now, granted that I'm not going to just sit there and trash on Drew and Roman. No, they're killing it. They're doing what they need to do, and they're doing good. I always love watching SmackDown. I always love watching Raw because of Drew and of Roman. But you never give your smaller guys that opportunity like he did in the New Generation era, like he did the Shawn and Bret. If Johnny Gargano got caught up and had a match with Drew McIntyre, I guarantee you people would be stunned. He don't gotta win, obviously. Drew could do an open challenge. Gargano gets called up, he accepts it. They have like a freaking 5-star match on Raw. Boom. There you go. Then you can start building up Gargano. Not have him do something stupid like hang out with R-Truth or hang out with this guy. Build him up. Same thing with Ciampa. Same thing you should have done with Ricochet and Aleister, but you dropped the freaking ball. And it's just like, I don't get on here to complain. Everyone knows this. Everyone watching my stream, they know, oh, I'm very positive when it comes to this and that. But this has been on me for a minute now, and I need to get it out because, like, if I don't, then I'm just going to go crazy because I'm getting sick and tired of just seeing, people that shouldn't be treated like this get treated awful. And I know, like, people are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't be complaining. You never complain. People sometimes have the right to do it. Me and Nate were talking about, and we're talking about Damian Priest, and now he's not liking how Priest has been called up. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, it's early. And he's like, well, they shouldn't have put him with Bad Bunny and all that. I'm like, yeah, they shouldn't have put him with Bad Bunny. I can freaking completely agree with that. He should have got called up, done what he was supposed to do, and then just keep going from there. But no, they put him with Bad Bunny. Yes, he's winning, but at the same time, eventually he's going to lose, and that is what it is. It's to the point to where, when you get called up, I'm scared for that person now. I never really was like every other fan. Like, every other fan was like, oh, man, I'm so scared for this guy. Well, why? Well, he's getting called up. It's like, it's not that bad. He'll win something. And then they never do. Like, with Keith, like, Bad Bunny has a championship. And Aleister Black, Keith Lee, Riddle still don't have a championship. Like, that just blows me away. Grant's 24/7 championship. But still, he has a belt before Aleister, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. I want y'all to think about that. A dude who don't even, he likes wrestling, he's a fan, has a belt before those three guys. And it was the same thing with Nicholas. He won a belt before I think Nakamura did, and Joe, and Ricochet, and Black. I think Black was called up during that time. No, he wasn't. He wasn't called up. I don't think Ricochet was either. But he had a belt before Nakamura did. Like, what? It's just, like, I love wrestling. I really do. But like I was telling Ty and everything, like, dude, like, I might need a break or something. My mental stage just is, like, done with how they treat some people. Like, if you're not built, if you're not, like, a 6'5", like, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns built, you're not going to get anywhere, and it's the sad truth. Like, you got guys out there that can out-wrestle them that are jobbers, like Drew Gulak. The dude can out-wrestle both Roman and Drew combined, but yet he's a jobber. He don't do nothing, and it's just like, bruh, I get it. He can't. Obviously, he's not going to be a world champion material, but you could at least give him a mid-card run or have something. Like, some of these guys that's like been there, like thank God Apollo finally started to do something. Like, the dude was on the main roster for like 5 years and was just buried, and then popped up and won a U.S. title. Once when they did that, that was good. That felt good because you seen the dude. He was there for 5 years, and no one really cared about him. But then he started to build and do more with his character, and then you're like, oh, I'm starting to invest in him. And then he wins a title, like, oh shoot, he finally won a title, and it was so good. And then He loses to freaking Bobby Lashley for some stupid reason. And you look at Lashley, you're like, that dude should not be a mid-card. That man should be going after the world title. And he should. The dude's big built. If Kofi can win a world title, then Bobby Lashley can win a world title. Plain and simple. To me, it's like Vince doesn't trust his talent. It really feels like that sometimes. It feels like he watches them and he sees what numbers they can draw. And if you're going by the numbers, this is why ratings don't freaking matter. Because you can put the title on Drew, he can draw barely 1 million. Put the title on I don't know, Keith Lee. Let's just Keith Lee. He'll draw like 8 million. That don't matter. Like, people are gonna say ratings matter. They've never mattered because they've always been going down since the beginning. Since Raw and SmackDown became a thing, the ratings were like in the 8 to 10 million. Then they started going down to like 7 to 6. And then when CM Punk was champion, it was like 5 million. And they were blaming Punk for that. He's like, bruh, people just aren't invested anymore. And now they can't even get past. Now they're struggling to get past the million. It's like, don't think about that. Think about what the people want. Because you start getting what the people want, then the numbers will come in. Like, if you honestly think about it, if you give a guy like Aleister Black or Ricochet or Keith Lee or Matt Riddle that chance, and they take off with that chance, then look what you did. You gave something to someone that worked their butt off and got what they deserve. Not Brock Lesnar showing up for the 100th time, throwing in the main event, beating someone in 5 seconds and getting the title. That's not what I want to see anymore. I don't want to see Brock show up just to get handed a title. I don't want to see Goldberg to show up just to get handed a title shot. Even if it is to put over young talent. If the man's going to come back, he needs to do that. If Brock's going to come back, he needs to do that. Both of those guys, if they come back, do not give them a title. Have them put over these young guys. Have a Brock Lesnar lose to a Ricochet or Aleister Black or Keith Lee. You know how many people will be talking about that? Brock Lesnar shows up, I want to fight someone. Out pops Keith Lee. Keith Lee beats him. You know how many people are like, holy crap, Keith Lee just beat Brock Lesnar on Raw. Hold up, what'd you just say? Keith Lee, who's Keith Lee? I'm going to Google this man, Keith Lee. Keith Lee, a big boy. Oh, he big. Oh, man, he talented. People will get invested in that person. You put Goldberg on SmackDown, have him face Aleister Black. Aleister Black beats him. It's like, holy crap. Aleister Black just beat Goldberg. Wait, who's Aleister Black? Oh, that man strikes. That man can kick. That man can high fly. Or even freaking like Jeff Hardy or someone. Like, you could have Jeff Hardy beat Brock Lesnar or something like, holy crap, Jeff Hardy got a big win on Raw. Ain't that something? Stop relying on those, rely on those guys, but have them put over that talent. Like, they're not going to be here forever. Randy Orton's not going to be here forever. Brock Lesnar's not going to be here forever. Goldberg definitely ain't going to be here forever. Look what happened to Cena. Cena left. Cena went to Hollywood. And I find him a freaking hypocrite sometimes because he said The Rock could do it. Now look at you. You're out there not showing up on WrestleManias or Raws or SmackDown because they don't fit your schedule. Cena, you're a hypocrite for that. But still, Cena's doing what he is doing. He's putting over that young talent. He didn't used to. Back in 2010 when he was a man, he buried some people like the Nexus. But at the same time, Cena's now trying to give it back. He put over Bray at WrestleMania. He probably put over Drew McIntyre or someone else. He put over these young guys. He'll tell fans, like, look, you need to build to your future. Not rely on me, Orton, Goldberg, Brock, Taker. Taker's done. I don't want to see Taker unless it's like a cameo or Hall of Fame or something. If you bring Taker back to wrestle, I'm going to be freaking aggravated with you, Vince. And this is coming from someone who loves this product, who will defend this product from the marks, from the people who think that they know everything. But sometimes you just gotta let loose, and that's what I'm doing. And you know what? If I get flagged for it, oh well. But this has been inside me for a while, and like I said, I need to let go. Like Andrade, you could have him He's already done it, but have him beat Rey Mysterio, have him beat all these Lucha Libre guys, and have him be that next Lucha Libre type guy. You could have him be something so good. I know his English ain't that good, but the dude could still perfect it. It takes time. It feels like Vince don't have the time and the energy. It's like he's like, I gotta get to this, I gotta get to that, I gotta go do that, I gotta go do this, I gotta get Brock, I gotta go get Goldberg. It's like, no, you don't. Take these guys who aren't doing anything. Like, why isn't Bo Dallas, Aleister Black, Andrade, and Buddy doing nothing? 4 of the top most talented people in that locker room have been doing nothing. And I feel bad more for Bo because he hasn't been on TV since 2019. You need to start using your people, dude. Like, it's why main event exists. It's why Superstars, you should have never got rid of it. You should have kept Superstars because think about it. You have main event and Superstars. You can put guys like Aleister on there. You can put guys like Andrade on there. You can put those guys on there and have them work their way up to a Raw or SmackDown. It's simple. If you have nothing for these people to do, nothing at all, put them on main event, put them on Superstars, and have them fight and have them work their way up to a Raw, to a SmackDown, whatever brand they're on, and then boom, have them thrown into a robbery. It only got to be for a title. I told Tyler last night you could be having Andrade versus Jeff Hardy in a rivalry. You could have Jay versus Aleister Black in a rivalry. No titles needed. You don't need to focus on every little thing to be a title. Yes, I said it the best. And I know I hate when I do this, but like if I were to book Raw and SmackDown, you would see different matches every single week. You would see Jeff Hardy versus Riddle. And then next week, you see MVP versus someone. You build these rivalries up. You know, you start doing that. You would have Ricochet doing something. Where has Ricochet been? The man like disappeared. That's another one now. He disappeared. Keith Lee's disappearing. It's like you got the same people on Raw, man. It's like, bro, you need to start, you need to get out that box finish. You need to start looking at NXT. You need to start looking at Triple H and say, hey, how do you do that? Or, hey, H, run a Raw for me. Run a SmackDown for me. Let's see what you got. Triple H runs it, and it's one of the best Raws in a minute. I guarantee you. SmackDown's already been freaking good like for a minute now. He'd throw in Aleister just to freaking make it better. I guarantee he would. It's just, as someone who loves wrestling and someone who loves like just watching it and just who tries to go look at every single company, all TNA's doing good, all AEW's doing good, all New Japan's doing good. New Japan's getting a deal soon. They're going to be on Roku. I'm going to start watching New Japan Wrestling, guys. I want to see what that's all about. Like, I get to explore wrestling more now because of how open it is. And it's like Vince is just in this box. Like, I don't want to leave my box. I don't want to make anything different. And when you do make something different, it spices it up. Like I said, Apollo winning the U.S. title, that was freaking cool. The dude was there for 5 years. No one really cared. He started building his character up. He started getting wins. Everyone's like, oh, Apollo's getting wins finally. He wins the U.S. title. I was like, oh, my goodness, Apollo got a title. And then he has a decent run, and then boom, Lashley takes it. Okay, that's fine. Go SmackDown. Now he's a heel. That shocks me. They turned this man all smiley boy to a heel. Like, I don't know who runs SmackDown, but they need to run Raw too, because for one, he spices up. Like, who would have thought Apollo Crews being a heel? The man smiles. The man shows his teeth. The man got a good grin. But he a heel. Like, who would have thought that? It's just like, man, SmackDown does something different, it feels like, every week. Whether it's Roman Reigns going after Pierce, Apollo turning heel, it's just something's keeping me like, oh, I want to watch SmackDown tomorrow. I can't wait for Friday because of SmackDown. Where you get to Raw, it's just like, well, what's the main event? Randy versus Drew again? Jeff getting beaten 5 minutes to a guy? It's like, bruh, spice it up. You guys got a longer hour than SmackDown too, and NXT. And NXT and SmackDown blows Raw out the water. when it comes to the in-ring work, the mic skills, and everything. And it's sad. Your flagship show is struggling, and then your B brand show is going nuts with your third brand show. Like, those two shows should be below Raw, but Raw is below both of them because of just how boring it is sometimes. Because they don't spice it up. They don't give people other different things to do. Like where was Keith Lee? Where was Ricochet? Where's Bo Dallas? Where's like half your roster? Like, you just use Riddle, Lashley. Well, hold on. Let me refresh. You'll use Riddle, Hurt Business, Jeff, Randy, Drew, Sheamus, Miz, and Morrison. And now Damian Priest showing up. You're using nine people on a roster that's full. 9. And then you'll have R-Truth show up with like the 24/7 thing, which is still funny. I don't care what anyone says. That stuff is hilarious. But like, you got the same 9 people, and me and Mr. Dick Everhart were talking about this. I think we said on the stream. You know how many tag teams there are? There's 7 total tag teams combined from Raw and SmackDown. 7. And you have 2 different brands titles. You need to combine them for one. Combine the titles, and then boom, they show up. You can have a dude. You can have a tag team on Raw show up on SmackDown. Boom. That's all you need, because you have 7 total tag teams. 7. There's 2 more that are hurt that I know of: the Viking Raiders and the Usos. That's all I can think of. I forgot about New Day. Shoot, I forgot about New Day. So there's 10. There's 10 total tag teams. That's it. Raw has more, of course, but you know, it is what it is. And they don't even use half of them. Like, the Hurt Business is one of the best tag teams right now. The Street Profits are the best tag team right now. The Viking Raiders, when they're healthy, need to be the best tag team on Raw. Street Profits need to be the best than they are on SmackDown. Second best tag team needs to be that runner-up team, like the Hurt Business, or my personal opinion on SmackDown, Chad and Otis. Put those 2, give those 2 the freaking titles. I want to see it. I want to see Otis freaking caterpillar his way into a tag team title. They should have done with the freaking heavy machinery, but nope, they're like, we're gonna have Tucker. Oh yeah, let's talk about that guy real quick. Where the frick has he been? Where's Tucker been, guys? Huh? Tucker? Anyone remember Tucker? The dude who was with Otis and was really good, and then they decided to split up, and now he's done nothing. I think the last time I seen Tucker on TV, he got buried by Ricochet. That's sad. Like, oh, I think he's on main event, and I think he loses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's sad. And Tucker was talented too. The man could do cartwheels. I was like, bro, Otis and Tucker are one of the best tag teams we got there. You got the big dude like Otis who can go around throw people, and you got Tucker who's also a big dude, but is athletic as a freaking fly. Not a fly, something, I don't know, spider monkey. And it's like, bro, like, why aren't they tag team champions? They should have been tag team champions. I don't care. They should have had Otis cash in on the tag team titles. I don't even care. That would have been funny. That would have been good. And then, boom, Otis and Tucker should have been tag team champions. No, they had to give it to Miz, that's another thing that we got to talk about real quick. Miz. Why does he still have this briefcase? This man is not a believable champion. He loses every freaking Raw. I'm pretty sure he's lost every Raw. On every Raw. He's lost to Priest. He's lost to Kofi. He's lost to Lee. He's lost to every freaking one. It's like, bruh. This man, they need to have him either cash in this chamber just to hold the title to Fastlane, to lose to Drew, or whoever wins it. And then you're done. You know, boom. Never again. I don't know if they thought, okay, you know, Otis, you know, we tried it. Everyone was complaining about it. I thought it was cool that they gave someone new something to do. They could have had him cash in on Roman and then have him lose on the next pay-per-view, and I would have been perfectly fine. Otis could have held a title for like 5 seconds. I would have been fine. But no, they had to go, oh, well, everyone's complaining about Otis, let's give it to Miz. All right, everyone was fine with it, but now the fact that the Miz is a jobber who loses a lot and can't even barely win is the Money in the Bank winner. It's like, homie, what are you doing? Like, he needs to. Perfect scenario, in my honest opinion. Don't do a tag team match at WrestleMania with Bad Bunny and Priest. Have Priest beat Miz at WrestleMania for the briefcase, and then Damian Priest can cash in on someone. There you freaking go. Or have it be Lee. Have it be freaking someone just beating Miz for that briefcase. He does not look. He doesn't look like a champion. I'm sorry. You're having him lose to guys like Priest, Lee, Brittle, everyone's beating him, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cash in. Like, oh yeah, you are. Well, you're gonna last like 5 seconds, and he already technically did cash in. And look what happened. He lost. It's like 50-50 booking is something that wrestling promotion needs to stop. It's every wrestling promotion because AEW did it last night with Hardy and Hangman. Like what? I looked at that. I was like, why are they're fighting at the next pay-per-view? What? Why? They haven't built anything with Hangman and Hardy at all. Hardy's been in TNA with the money people or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember their name. They're like money something. And he's never been in TNA. Like, I haven't seen Hardy wrestle in like a minute. And now he's just facing Hangman. Like, I'm confused. Anyway, don't do 50-50 booking. Just, you should have had, this is what they should have done. Personal opinion. They should have had Miz, if they were going to go with Miz all the way, they should have had Miz win it, have him be a dominant guy, have him beat people, have him look good. And then, Drew, like the gauntlet, would have been the perfect time. The perfect time for him to cash in. Drew gets beat by Sheamus. He pops up, hits Sheamus with the briefcase, runs out. Morrison hits Drew. Then he gets hit with the briefcase. Skull Crushing finale on the briefcase. Cashes in, goes another Skull Crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. New champion. He goes in the chamber, defends it. Somehow they get Drew in there, so it's like he's in a pod with someone. Or they start with 3 people. Sheamus is in there. Everyone's in there. He defends that chamber. He loses that chamber to Drew. Boom. There you go. You could have done that the entire time. But no, they're going to do the stupid thing where he's going to go all the way till next Money in the Bank and not be able to cash in. And if they freaking do that, how stupid are you going to make the Miz? Like, that makes him look stupid. Legit makes him look stupid. He better cash in on Chamber. I'm being dead serious. If he don't cash in and either win or lose, I'm gonna be mad. At this point, it's like, bruh, what are you waiting on? Christmas? It feels like it. It's just, again, I don't like being this negative guy when it comes to wrestling. I try to be positive everything with AEW to TNA to New Japan WWE. But like, this has been on me for a minute. Like I said, I got to get it out because, like, man, it feels good to get it out like once in a while. Like seeing like Jeff Hardy get just destroyed on Raw, seeing Aleister Black not even there, seeing Buddy on the sideline not even showing up. And when he does show up, it was a cameo appearance, and he was just like, yeah, I used to run with you, but I don't believe in you anymore, Messiah. It's like, bruh, Buddy's so talented, and then the fact that you had plans for him, but then just because the dude got COVID and you released him because of that, it's like, bruh, you shouldn't release him because he's got COVID. Like, I don't care if he did break a rule. Like, come on. He gonna show up in TNA and freaking go ham and oh my. That was another thing I'm gonna talk about. And I don't know if anyone's heard about the Taker situation, about how he said this generation's soft. I agree with Undertaker now that he said that because, oh my good Lord. WWE SmackDown on Fox decided to post this little game that's meant for fun, meant for, something fun to do, like build your Survivor Series team. You got the $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 range. They've done this multiple times. Football does it. Basketball does it. every freaking promotion does it. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, they did one build your Survivor Series team for the women. All right. So you got all the women down. You know, I'm actually gonna look at the thing. I think I saved it. Hopefully I saved it. If not, I hope I did. I did. Okay, good. So it was a build your Survivor Series team. You got your $1, Liv Morgan, Ruby Wright, Natalia Payton Royce. $2, you got Naomi, Lana, Dakota Kai, and Renzel Gonzalez. $3 got Ripley, Nia, Shayna, Alexa, 4, Asuka, Io, Kaylee Ray, and Belair. Then you got $5, you got your 5 horsemen. Why did everyone complain about this to the point where I was so sick of tired looking at Instagram? You had Shelton Benjamin tweet out saying you should erase this insult post and apologize to every woman on the roster. Then you got freaking Zach Ryder saying, what an a-hole thing to tweet. Then you got Natalia saying, oh, I'm more worth than $1. Your character, not your outside person, you stupid idiots. Like all of you, Shelton, Matt, and now freaking Kurt Hawkins is on it. They're all freaking stupid because it's about their in-ring freaking competitor, their character, not your outlife person. Okay, it's not about that. It's about your in-ring work ability. Natalia, what have you done for the past 4 years? Absolutely freaking nothing. Zach Ryder, what have you done for the past 5 years? This is the most you've been relevant since you got fired. Same thing with you, Hawkins. You're like, all of them are salty. Matt, Zach, and Kurt are salty because it's WWE and they're working with TNA now, so they gotta throw shades at them. Like, bruh, for real? Like, you're salty because you couldn't get your ball rolling. Okay, Kurt Hawkins, you had a freaking losing streak, so you can go shove that. It was the best thing about your career. And Zach, you had a U.S. title run, a tag team title run, and an IC run. You had opportunities. You didn't capitalize, bud. Get over it. Natalia, what have you done for the past 5 years that's been memorable? You had a title run somewhere in there. Wasn't memorable. And then you got like the build your NXT War Games scene. You got Santo. You got Leon Ruff, James Atlas, and Pat McAfee for $1. Then you got $2. You got your Oni Lorcan, Danny Butch, Timothy Thatch, Grimes, $3. Dexter Loomis, Bobby Fish, Bronson Reed, Robert Strong got $4. O'Reilly, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, $5. Adam Cole, Killing Cross, Finn Balor, and Ciampa. Oh, build that team. Then you got your Survivor Series team. This is the one that cracked me up. Like, y'all are really going to get mad over this, but then you got build your Survivor Series team. You got the $1. You got this is your $1, okay? These are the people that you can have on your team for $1 for 15. You got to build your team for $15. You got freaking Mr. Perfect, Christian, Booker T, and Mankind for $1. What? Then you got $2. You got Kane, Henry, Big Show, and Kurt Angle. What? Then you got $3. This is the one that cracked me up. Eddie, JBL, Batista, and Bret Hart. You're telling me Batista's only worth $3 and Eddie Guerrero's worth $3 and Bret Hart? What? $4. HBK, Ric Flair, Randy Savage, Triple H. Okay. $5. Stone Cold, Rock, Cena, and Undertaker. Like y'all are that petty. Oh, someone just posted about the NBA. Oh, I love it. Crazy how these things have been done to men for years, and it was never a popular till Fox did it with women wrestling. Don't even know what the issue is, but okay. Oh, what a thing. What a thing. Yeah, annoying. Oh my goodness. I gotta look at this stuff. Oh, this dude going off. I gotta look at it. I gotta look at this stuff. after this because I'm gonna start dying. All right, hold on. I'm gonna see what he said about Natalia though. So Natalia said, but you know, your life is private when your biggest worry is when one of the biggest companies in the world places you with a hypocrite team doing an experiment. This is what I don't get about wrestlers. They will swear up and down that pro wrestling is a real sport, but then they end up getting hurt when they get that real sports treatment. And because you people that live in a wrestling bubble were unaware of all the major sports polls like this, have been doing so since the. Agreed. Hey man, Christmas. It's so stupid. It was literally a game, and y'all all took it so serious. That's why I don't do anything with women. Don't post anything about the women in wrestling because they'll take it too serious. They've been doing it with the guys for years, and none of the guys got even freaking lit up about it. But you know, my tangent is kind of done. I've calmed down. I even feel better to get that off my chest. I feel a lot better. I'm going to end up in the stream here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being a part, and I will see you in the next stream.